Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm already reading the 4th book of the series. I didn't keep on reading the 3rd book, and I don't think it's really important. The 3rd book actually just been about Sookie searching Bill, who disappeared, and then at the end she's finding him, and at the end of the 3rd book she also killed this vampire Lorena who created Bill. And then now in the 4th book it's about Jason, the brother of Sookie, is missing, and Eric suddenly appearing, but he's lost his memory, so he doesn't know who he is, and Sookie's taking care of him and trying to find Jason and all that stuff. I'm already on the side 236, but I just picked out the exciting parts, mostly sexual parts, because they are the nicest, I would say. Okay, let's get started. It was just dark when I got to my house and pulled the plastic grocery bags out of the car. I unlocked my back door and went in, calling to Eric as I switched on the kitchen light. I didn't hear an answer, so I put the groceries away, leaving a bottle of Trueblood out of the refrigerator so he could have it to hand when he got hungry. I got the shotgun out my trunk and loaded it, sticking it in the shadow of the water heater. I took a minute to call the sheriff's department again. No news of Jason, said the dispatcher. I slumped against the kitchen wall for a long moment, feeling dejected. It wasn't a good thing to just sit around, feeling depressed. Maybe I'd go out to the living room and pop a movie into the VCR as entertainment for Eric. He'd gone through all my Buffy's tapes, and I didn't have Angel. I wondered if he'd like Gone with the Wind. For all I knew, he'd been around when they were filming it. On the other hand, he had amnesia. Anything should be new to him. But as I went down the hall, I heard some small movement. I pushed open the door of my old room gently, not wanting to make a big noise if my guest wasn't yet up. Oh, but he was. Eric was pulling on his jeans, with his back to me. He hadn't bothered with underwear, not even the itty-bitty red ones. My breath stuck in my throat. I made a sound like gawk, and made myself close my eyes tight. I clenched my fists. If there were an international butt competition, Eric would win, hands down or cheeks up. He would get a large trophy. I had never realized a woman could have to struggle to keep her hands off a man, but here I was, digging my nails into my palms, staring at the inside of my eyelids, as though I could maybe see through them if I peered hard enough. It was somehow degrading, craving someone so voraciously. Another good calendar word, just because he was physically beautiful. I hadn't thought that was something women did either. Sookie, are you all right? Eric asked. I floundered my way back to sanity through a swamp of lust. He was standing right in front of me, his hands resting on my shoulders. I looked up into his blue eyes, now focused on me and apparently full of nothing but concern. I was right on a level with his hard nipples. They were the size of pencil erasers. I bit the inside of my lip. I would not lean over those few inches. Excuse me, I said, speaking very softly. I was scared to speak loudly or move at all. If I did, I might knock him down. I didn't mean to walk in on you. I should have knocked. You have seen all of me before. Not the rear view, bear. Yes, but intruding wasn't polite. I don't mind. You look upset. You think? Well, I have a very bad day, I said through clenched teeth. My brother's missing, and the Weirs witches in Shreveport killed the vice-president of the Weir pack there, and her hand was in the flower bed. Well, someone's was. Belinda's in hospital. Ginger is dead. I think I'll take a shower. I turned on my heel and marched into my room. I went in the bathroom and chucked my clothes, tossing them into the hamper. I bit my lip until I could smile at my own streak of wildness, and then I climbed into the spray of hot water. I know cold showers are more traditional, but I was enjoying the warmth and relaxation the heat brought. I got my hair wet and groped for the soap. I'll do that for you, Eric said, pulling back the curtain to step into the shower with me. I gasped, just short of a shriek. He had discarded the jeans. He was also in the mood, the same mood I was in. You could really tell with Eric. His fangs were out some, too. I was embarrassed, horrified, and absolutely ready to jump him. While I stood stock still, paralyzed by conflicting waves of emotion, Eric took the soap out of my hands and lathered up his own, set the soap back in its little niche, and began to wash my arms, raising each in turn to stroke my armpit, down my side, never touching my breasts, which were practically quivering like puppies who wanted to be petted. "Have we ever made love?" he asked. I shook my head, still unable to speak. "Then I was a fool," he said, moving one hand in a circular motion over my stomach. "Turn around, lover." I turned my back to him, and he began to work on that. His fingers were very strong and very clever, and I had the most relaxed and cleanest set of shoulder blades in Louisiana by the time Eric got through. My shoulder blades were the only thing at ease. My libido was hopping up and down. Was I really going to do this? It seemed more and more likely that I was, I thought nervously. If the man in my shower had been the real Eric, I would have had the strength to back off. I would have ordered him out the minute he stepped in. The real Eric came with the whole package of power and politics, something of which I had limited understanding and interest. This was a different Eric, without the personality that I'd grown fond of in a perverse way, but it was beautiful Eric who desired me, who was hungry for me, in a world that often let me know it could do very well without me. My mind was about to switch off, and my body was about to take over. I could feel part of Eric pressed against my back, and he wasn't standing that close. Yaks, yahoo, yum. He shampooed my hair next. "Are you trembling because you are frightened of me?" he asked. I considered that. Yes and no, but I wasn't about to have a long discussion over the pros and cons. The inner debate had been tough enough. Oh yeah, I know, there wouldn't be a better time to have a long yada-yada with Eric about the moral aspects of mating with someone you didn't love. And maybe there would never be another time to lay ground rules about being careful, to be gentle with my physically. Not that I thought Eric would beat me up, but his manhood, as my romance novels called it, in this case the popular adjectives burgeoning on throbbing might also be applied, was a daunting prospect to a relatively inexperienced woman like me.